thing we noticed here in the last couple of days, nobody's opened their hood, nobody's checking their trucks. Ernesto's the only one yesterday that I noticed. Every day. I noticed yesterday. You're the only one that opened it every day. So we got to get into this habit of checking our trucks. We can't just come through and pistol whip it and every morning and just think it's going to be okay. If you run out of oil and seize this engine, I mean, the truck's done. And it's going to be on you to have to replace that motor. I mean, it's not okay. We got to make sure we're thorough with these DVIR trainings. So that means coming down the list, starting at the very beginning. So you're checking your engine compartment, your battery, making sure all your connections are good on everything. And if you see anything just by looking out of whack, we need to report it, we need to write it down and get it checked out right away. Always checking your fluid levels, whether it be your coolant, your brake fluid, transmission, and your oil. Oil is going to be number one important. Always check your oil when it's cold. Before you start your truck, you want to check your oil. Now, transmission fluid is a little bit different. I mean, it's located in different spots in each truck. We got it right here on this one. It's very important to run the truck. Let it warm up so you get an accurate read on your transmission fluid. So, then we're going to go through, we got to check our lights. So that means you need to check your brake lights, your turn signals, your front lights. Now, if that means you need help with that, ask somebody for help. Because you want to make sure you have brake lights. You want to make sure you have all these things. It's very important. If you get pulled over without having a turn signal, there's a reason you didn't do your DVIR and have it fixed before you went out that morning. So always check your tire pressure. On all these trucks, we should have the tire pressure written on the rim. So you need to get the gauge, you need to check, make sure your tire is not low. This one does not have it on the rim, so you're gonna have to actually look on the tire for what pressure you need to be at. So that's another key important thing, because we are a landscape company, we do get a lot of nails in our tires. It's just habit. There's nothing we can do to stop it. Can you, somebody translate with these guys? Edgar? Can you translate? Always for you, I guess you don't know what it's saying. Alright, so after you got tires, you got to check for leaks. This means you need to get down, look, see if you're drifting anything out of your truck. See if you got a stain like this on the concrete. Very important, because 14.8 last year was leaking gas for a long time. It took a long time to notice, and then once we did, we got it fixed right away. So it's very important to notice these things, because y'all drive these trucks every day, we don't. So y'all know more about these trucks than we do. So it's very important that y'all are doing a thorough job, because I don't hop in any of these trucks on a given day. So it's very important, guys. And then we need to check our gauges. So you need to go inside your truck. Is your fuel gauge working? Is your odometer working? Is your hot and cold working? Your battery, everything? Is it telling you how fast you're going when you're going down the street? I mean, we need to know these things. I know 1412 has an odometer problem. He's addressed it, Ernesto's caught it. We have it on our list to get something to get it fixed. So it's very important that we write these up, we know about them, so we can address the issues. After that, you got to check your mirrors. Every driver, I mean, every day somebody's in a different truck. You need to make sure your mirrors are good set for you. So you want to be able to see the back end of the truck in the corner of the mirror. So that way you know you're got an accurate mirror. Horn's another one. Every morning I should hear these horns going off in the morning. Then I know you're doing your DVIR training. Very key. So you open your door. Works pretty good, huh? It'll wake you up in the mornings too. It's always good. Brake pedal. You need to know if you got some lag or if you're not getting a good brake on it. So you need to come in here and physically check it. You should get some good pressure and hold it against you when you're pushing down on the brake to make sure you get that good air compaction in.
If you got air in there, you're in trouble.
It's the morning time, company brake.
I know.
Parking brake, it's another big one. Check your emergency brake as well. You don't want to just check your brake to make sure it's parked properly. Check your emergency brakes. Make sure the light comes on when you pull it. All that good stuff. Steering. don't know what the hell it wants me to say about steering. Make sure it's not loose. You got a tight steering wheel.
Yeah, if it's squeaking when you're turning.
Squeaking when you're turning, all that good stuff. Huh? Yeah. So we are gonna have the guys starting to come in at 7:45 every morning. I want the drivers in, and I want the popping the hoods right first thing in the morning, getting these things done every day. So. Safety equipment. Do you have your first aid kit, your fire extinguisher, your triangles? These are very important things. Your jack. If you get a flat tire, do you have a jack and a wrench to be able to change your flat tire yourself? Or does it mean the mechanics have to come out there? Those kind of things we need to know about so we can address the issues if there is one. And then is your load secure? Every afternoon when y'all are leaving Stapleton in the grasses or leaving the Denver properties with Christian, is y'all's load secure? Is anything going to fly out the top? Because I know our trunk stays pretty full. We need to make sure those backpack blowers, those trimmers, are all securely in there so we don't lose our equipment. Very important, guys.
That's happening real quick.
Huh? It has happened. Last year, for instance, if Aaron was here, I'd call him out. That backpack blower went straight out the back of the truck. So, and then if you're hauling a trailer, you need to check your hitch. Make sure you have the right size hitch. Make sure it's secured properly to the trailer. Very important. I worked for a landscape company before this one. I watched somebody's trailer just go bouncing down the road, and it was just holding on by the chains because they didn't have it securely fastened down. It was not me. I didn't. Make sure your trailer lights are working, guys. So you definitely need to have somebody stand in the back of the trailer telling you if your turn signal's working. Right, left. You need to make sure your brake lights are working. Your running lights are working. As in, if you turn your lights on in your truck, those back lights should be red right off the bat. So very important, guys. Check your trailer's tires. And secure load. Okay, I gotta answer this.
Put this, check it off. Make sure you put a check by it. So like say, your mirrors, you got a broken mirror, put a check mark by your mirror. If there's nothing wrong with it, do not check everything. And then at the bottom, vehicle is in good condition, working order. Check that, sign it. Also, issues we have, make sure at the top, you guys got the date. So la ficha, and you got the times, hora. Time in and time out. Mileage start, mileage out. This is how we keep track of everything for you guys. If you guys don't fill it out right, then it's gonna get shot back to you guys. Preguntas? What?
Dígale, Pedro, ¿dónde? Allí en el vagón.